Hey guys, first fan of the night.
First fan of the night.
Oh god, the crunching is already no, he's just opening the package. So if you want to hear behind the scenes footage like me yelling at Pete about crunching, go to patreon.com/dspiffy. I was just having a conversation with somebody earlier today. The video at Habitat for Humanity where we took down all the fans and replaced a few of them with builders. That full video is on Patreon. There's a sped up version that's public. But there is a there's a private version that is in its entirety. So this is a Southern Breeze. I didn't realize I'd even done a video of this before until I looked back. Apparently this is one of the first fan videos on my channel done in my parents' basement. This is actually one of the first fans I bought, Pete, when I first could drive.
Yeah.
It was on eBay in the late 90s, and it was listed for sale, and I won it for like $5 or something, and it was in the middle of nowhere in like northern Wisconsin. So me and my high school girlfriend drove up there and picked it up. And I remember the woman who I bought it from lived right near a restaurant that was loaded with Unions and Evergos and envirofans. And I wish I could remember where this was, because I would go back there and see if that restaurant was still there and see if those fans were still there. But this was obviously 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
So this has been in my mom's basement for 20 plus years and probably has not been filmed or tested or ran for, what, 15? When did I start doing fan videos? You know, late 2000s, I think. So yeah, it's going to be 15 years that it's been since this has been tested or ran. I wanted to show Pete one of these because this is a 52-inch... Was it Union or Evergo, or did it not say? It's cast iron, so I'm going to bet on Union. Usually cast iron is Union and aluminum is Evergo, but there's, of course, exceptions.
Yeah.
Let's see. It might not even say.
Just a Southern Breeze.
Okay. Well, I mean, same factory anyways. You know, we used to think it was two different factories, but it was really the same.
Yep. Fan company made in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So, that's all it says.
Yeah. So, I lost my train of thought. But these are rare in 52-inch. The 52-inch ones, I believe that motor is the same width as a 56-inch gold line. I believe it's the same motor shape as a 56-inch gold line. The 48-inch motors are clearly smaller. This might be thinner.
I can tell.
But it's definitely as wide as a 56-inch motor. And it's got 4 wooden blades instead of 3 metal. So, yeah, I wanted to show Pete these because I don't think we've ever tested one together before. And I've only tested a couple. So, anything you want to say, Pete?
Not exactly, but definitely an interesting one that I haven't seen before.
Yeah. The tight weave cane was, I think, unique to Southern Breeze. You pretty much only saw those on the Southern Breeze labeled ones. And other than that these are not my favorite blade shape, I would argue that these are my favorite wood-bladed Unions. I love tight weave cane, and I like the 52-inch proportions better. I've only seen 52-inch with the different blade shape once, and that's at that Pedro's restaurant. So... Okay, well, 0 to high. You think it's going to have an inrush, Pete? How do you think it's going to do?
I think it's going to have a big inrush.
I think he's probably right, but since I can't guess the same as him, I'm going to go with small inrush.
All right. .96.
Oh, that's very big, yeah. I think it's going to drop at least. If it drops one more, then Pete wins. Yep. Pete wins. So yeah, this does draw about the same amount of current as a gold line.
Yeah.
It might be the same motor, and you know, CFM would be a little different, obviously, with it being wood blades, but it might be similar.
So let's test the watts here. 106 watts. Power factor 1.
Power factor 1.
Well,
which is considered to be a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's see what the Riffum does.
Okay.
Silent. Good.
Yeah. $9.20. 29. Go with 925.
So that's about 230.
Yeah.
Which seems about right for a 52-inch wood-bladed fan. It's a little bit faster than average.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Five. 531. 551. 551.
So that is about 8,001. It's 8,127 if I'm being specific. I was trying to figure out the best place to round it. I guess 8,100 or 8,130. So it's about the same as a K55 Casablanca.
Yeah, it does feel that way.
It does. It does. It's not quite up to
Gold line.
metal bladed.
No.
The metal blades and the increased wingspan would probably give it the edge, but
yeah,
it is. You can definitely tell that there is. Yeah, I'd be happy with this in my bedroom. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah.
So okay, time for spin down.
Yes.
Yeah, these perform a little more like a residential fan than the 48s do. I'm sure you've noticed the 48s tend to really fly.
Oh yeah.
And you get the wind noise like an industrial, and kind of the air movement pattern almost similar to industrial.
Well,
and
I think it's because of the cast aluminum motor, which is a little lighter.
I don't think that makes the difference. I think it's the wingspan and the blade size.
Yeah, I would say so too, but I think this was rather heavy, you know.
Yeah, but that's iron.
Is it?
Yeah, some of the 48s are iron.
Okay.
Some are iron, some are aluminum. You can usually tell when you pick them up.
Yeah.
But these have wider blades in addition to also being obviously longer blades. So they run a little slower and have a little more surface area. So the air movement is a little bit more similar to what you'd get from like a Casablanca versus the 48-inch ones. I feel like they kind of act like an industrial where they really whip the air at a high speed. Because I don't remember when we tested that. Those are closer to 300, right? The 48s?
Yeah.
That's what my memory says. I mean, people could go and look at the videos if they want to check that for themselves. Yeah, I had thought about this would also be a good one, you know, for here in the enclosure if at some point you wanted to swap things around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you'd probably want to have it instead of the 48. I mean, if you wanted to have two of the same and have a 48 and a 52, that's not the end of the world either. But, you know, this is one of my favorite variations, like I said, and so is that 48. The 48's the envirofan variation, and this is the Southern Breeze variation.
I know you said you like that kind of blades that are like cut away.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I know. I have a white one just like it.
I know. Okay, where do you think it's going to start?
Being cast iron, I'm thinking it may start on 4. I'm not sure if it'll start as low.
I'll say 5. I think you're right. I think it'll be higher like a gold line.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh, Metal Pete in the running. If it doesn't stall. Now, the one thing is these Union motors are notorious for stalling even when they seem like they're going to go. But this one seems pretty stable. Yeah, that's not going to stall. Okay, Pete wins.
Okay. And then here is 5.
Little slow, maybe a restaurant low. Or a movie low. Little on the slow side.
Movie low.
Yeah.
Where you want it to strobe over the lights.
Yep.
In that case.
I wonder what made them decide to do that in the movie Casablanca. I wonder, like, whose decision that was. Because that movie is what made that, like, a thing, you know? And obviously a fan company and everything else. That's not, it's speeding up a little. It's not terrible. That's 5.
Yeah.
I bet you 6 will be perfect. I bet you this will be a good 6, 8, 14.
Okay. Now, God, I think it was The Sopranos that you saw a slow-moving blender fan.
I don't remember it being on. Was it on?
Yeah.
The 3-blade one in the warehouse?
Yeah.
I thought it was off. Okay.
You might have to rewatch.
I could be wrong. I haven't seen that. Do you know what episode it's in?
No.
Okay, neither do I. I bet you it's in, like, somebody on Facebook or somebody else on YouTube knows.
Okay, 6, this isn't bad right here.
Yeah, 6 I think is a good low. Funny story is I'd kind of, like, I didn't lose interest, but I had not found a 3-blade blender fan yet, and I didn't know if I ever would find one, and I was okay with that at the time. And then I saw that episode of The Sopranos, and it made me go like, oh, wait a second, I really want one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Because just the silhouette of it in the back of the warehouse was just so perfect.
Yep. 7.
Interesting. I can't see what it is because I'm filming, but Mark Wilson just commented on something on Facebook. I just got a notification. Mark Wilson is definitely somebody who would like this, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one of the nicest fan collectors you'll ever meet. Yeah, Mark Wilson is,
That's 0.3, so this is 6. Well, this is 7.
Yeah.
Here's 8.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Are those kettle chips?
Mm-hmm. No.
Well, they crunch very loudly for not being kettle chips. 8's a little fast for me for a low, but like if it was a 3-speed fan, this would be a perfect low. For a 4-speed fan, I'd like a little bit more range, but it's not bad. This is a good hardware store low.
Right. This, I think it's a little faster with wood blades.
Yep.
Because a metal bladed one has more of a perfect low.
Yeah.
Here's 9. Then 10. Now you're starting to get more like a hardware store
Yeah.
speed. And then 11.
You can see him gearing up. He can't wait.
12.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
This definitely works for a medium low.
I would agree. That's a perfect medium low.
Yep. 10 to 12 is like good for a hardware store.
You do see these in a lot of stores in like small towns and stuff like that.
Yes, I noticed. I talked about that a lot.
Yes, you do.
Because that is like one of the common ones I'd see. I'd see a slim line. Trying to think that, I think it was an SMC Laguna that I saw in the movie Dante's Peak. The mom and the kids had like I think it was a coffee shop or a cafe in a small town.
I don't remember that one. I think the movie, was it The Borrowers? There was some kids movie that had an SMC Laguna.
Yes, I remember that one. I saw it. Yeah, that was really a remake.
Oh. The only thing I remember is that there was a fan.
Yep. 13. What did...
We're a ways away.
14. Now, you don't quite get a medium high out of 14, though.
No, this is I wonder how it does in the solid state, because nothing else is perfect.
Yeah.
And it would have come with a choke, but God only knows where that choke would be if I even still have it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling I don't have it anymore. I had a whole box of controls that I had at 12 Wings that probably got thrown out.
Here's 15.
It was probably there.
16. 17.
Yeah, I like the proportions of this a lot. This is a good looking fan.
Oh, yeah. 18. 19.
5, 4, 3, 2.
20.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Yeah, so you could either do like a 8, 12, 20 and the lows are too fast. He's really shoveling them in to get as much as he can out of that 20. You could either do like a 8, 12, 20 and the low is going to be too fast, like it would be with a choke control, or you do a 6, 8, 14. If you were, I'm trying to think if you were to make your own control value, 6. What did you say the perfect medium low is, like 12?
Medium low was 12, 6, and
well, you could do a 6 and a 10 and make it like a 6, 10, 16.
Or about 6, 12, 18.
Only because 12 is not a common value, so you'd have to use like a 10 and a 2 or like 3 6s total. So it'd be harder to make room for it.
There is actually a 12 in here.
Oh, yeah.
In this test rig to make 20, got a 12 and an 8 bridged.
Okay.
And that makes
okay.
yeah.
Well, go ahead. What are we at now?
We're at 20.
We're at 20. That's right.
Okay. Where are we?
Still a ways away.
22.
He's just gonna eat all the chips at 20.
25.
It's jumping quick. I have a feeling this one will go over at some point because it doesn't seem like the kind of one's not gonna. Maybe not. Let's see.
28. 30.
Still quite a ways under. I guess just hit 40.
33.
Yeah. Maybe it's not gonna go over.
40.
Nope. Not over yet. Hit the high switch. Yeah.
Yeah, it does no resonant frequency.
Not on this. This one makes me think if we went higher, if it would resonate. But
right. There's no reason to.
No, the no control's gonna have a higher value than this.
No.
In fact, no control. The only reason we have values over 20 is for testing like shaded pole stuff.
Yeah.
We would stop at 20 if we were just doing regular fans.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have solid state.
How do you think it's going to do?
I am going to think bedroom quiet. Not sure it'll be silent.
I don't think it'll be silent either. I don't want to say... I'm going to say living room. I hope it'll be silent, though. Not silent.
Not real loud either.
No.
Like if I were to use it on solid state here, I wouldn't care about this. This would not bother me.
I think solidly bedroom category.
Yeah.
This is probably... Yeah, Pete's 3 for 3 on this then. Okay. Well, how metal is this?
Oh, definitely death and black metal.
That's the top tier?
Yes.
Okay. I wonder how Rick these are. I'm going to bet they're pretty Rick. They look pretty definitively 70s.
Brown.
Brown.
It's brown.
Yeah. I'm going to guess this is somewhere. I'm going to guess this is pretty top tier Rick.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, thanks for watching. As always, we want to thank our sponsors. Our legacy sponsor, FanStick. What's their slogan, Pete?
FanStick is the
solution to all of our problems. To find out more, go to buyfanstick.com, fanstick.biz, lightstick.biz, and for Florida FanStick, which is 69% longer and harder than regular FanStick, go to buyfanstickxxx.com. Well, we were using one of our sponsors earlier. If you're looking for a very loud control, you go to 81220 LLC, where our motto is crunch, 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 crunch. And, of course, for all your manufacturing needs, when excellence is too much, go to the Good Manufacturing Company. Sperry, the beverage of choice of fan collectors. Rick or Sheep, a fun game you can play with your friends. I guess we could do Rick or Sheep or Cats now, because there's cats that come.
But, no, it's Rick or Sheep.
It's Rick or Sheep, okay.
Remember you even said.
That is Rick or Sheep, that's true. I just like that the cats are wandering back in. I guess the cats would always come in here, just we normally have the door closed. Yeah. They used to come in here all the time. Sheep came in here once.
Yeah, and then I said, no, we want Rick in here.
No, Sheep.
But actually he said, we don't know which is which.
It's hard to tell sometimes. Any other sponsors I'm forgetting?
We did Rick or Sheep.
If Jonas was here...
Taco Burrito.
Oh, Taco Burrito Mexico. I'm a little hungry, and I could go for a taco, a burrito, or a Mexico. If Jonas were here, what would he say?
Incredible.
I was going for the Jonas slogan, though.
Oh.
I like doorbells. Okay. Well, as always, patreon.com/dspiffy. Thanks for watching, and...
Bye, fans.
Bye, Fanstick. Thanks for watching.